My name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and my law firm assists nurse practitioners with employment contract issues. Today, I'm going to talk about what is a 1099 nurse practitioner. So, if you are not self-employed and you don't have your own practice, you are either working as an employee or an independent contractor. So, as an employee, you receive a W-2 at the end of the year. You're paid on a regular payroll. Taxes are taken out of that. As an independent contractor, you receive a 1099 at the end of the year. You will have no taxes taken out of it, and you will be responsible to withhold and or pay taxes either quarterly or at the end of the year. So why would someone be a 1099 versus an employee W-2? Well, it kind of depends upon the setting. So if you're doing part-time work, or maybe you're asked to fill in occasionally, or it's completely up to you how much you work for a company, being an independent contractor might make more sense in that situation. You generally will not receive any benefits when you are a 1099, meaning health, vision, dental, disability, retirement, life, licensing, malpractice, DEA registration, continuing education, privileging, credentialing. None of that is going to be paid for if you're a 1099 independent contractor. You will be responsible to pay for all of those things for that specific employer and or company. Now, most nurse practitioners, if they're working as an independent contractor, will create an LLC and then create their own EIN and bank account. And then you can use all of those as tax deductions for your compensation. Whereas if you're an employee, they're just going to pay for all of those things. And then you obviously won't deduct any of that from your final compensation. Now, there will be some employers who will ask the NP to work as an independent contractor where they're actually doing all of the things that an employee would. Some employers, not saying all of them, but some simply don't want to have to pay employment tax. And so they will ask the nurse practitioner to work as an independent contractor. If in that situation, you're basically a quasi-employee, meaning you're essentially working as an employee, but not getting any of the benefits when they classify you as an independent contractor. So if there is a scenario where they're asking you to work in that situation, I would most likely decline and simply ask to sign an employment agreement and be an employee. What are some of the tax deductions you can take as a 1099 independent contractor? Well, the things that I mentioned. So malpractice premiums, car travel, any kind of licenses, registrations. You can deduct any kind of business expenses associated with the practice, supplies, home office, all of that kind of thing can be deducted and then run through your LLC. Whether you come out ahead, I don't know. I mean, the biggest problem in working as a 1099 full-time, meaning it's your only job, is that you're responsible to come up with all of those ancillary benefits. You have to find your own health, vision, dental insurance, come up with a retirement plan, get a life insurance policy, do all the privileging and credentialing yourself, most likely, pay for all of the CE, that type of thing. And some people just simply don't want to deal with that. Even if it may, and it would be a very small margin between how much you would make in one job or the other, but some people just want absolutely no responsibility to obtain all of those things. And so working as an employee absolutely makes the most sense in that type of environment. Last thing, if you are working as an independent contractor, as I said before, you will have taxes, or you will not have taxes taken out of anything that you're compensated with. So you absolutely need to set aside an amount every pay period or how often they're paying you, so that at the end of the year, you're not stuck with this enormous bill that you don't have the money to pay for. I mean, I wish I could say it has never happened that I've spoken to, and this goes for any provider, NPs, PAs, physicians, dentists, veterinarians. There are just some who just don't understand the differences between the two, and they don't set aside an amount. I would suggest talking to an accountant and making sure that you're doing everything you can to maximize the tax deductions if you are working as a 1099. It's well worth the money to sit down and get everything created correctly, the LLC, the bank accounts, the EIN. An accountant can assist you with that. A tax attorney is just not necessary for something that kind of simple. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions about your employment agreement or your independent contractor agreement, you can call my law firm at the phone number listed below in the description, or reach us through our website, chellelaw.com. If you thought this video was helpful, please like, subscribe to the channel. We release videos every single day, and I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you.